Do you remember this game?
Oh my god, what is that behind you, dude?
I'm not gonna look.
What?
I bet you do. Lethal Company absolutely exploded at its time of release. You couldn't doom scroll away for 2 seconds without seeing some hilarious clip of these wacky guys getting brutally murdered in the most comedic ways. Fast forward to now and you don't really hear too much about that game. Now of course, this is normal for popular games. They come out, they explode, people play the game, post clips, live stream the game, etc. Until eventually, another title comes in and takes its place. Or people just get bored. It's not a bad thing. The gaming world would be more stale than it already is if we just kept playing the same game over and over again. So if it's normal, then why am I talking about it? Well, it's because I'm not just talking about Lethal Company. I'm talking about the genre of games that Lethal Company sort of inspired in a way. I can't be the only one to notice that after Lethal Company came out, other studios sort of wanted to capitalize on the success it had by making their own co-op survival games. Games like Content Warning or Repo come to mind. You can even go as far to say that the more recent title by Landfall, Peak, has some similarities to the genre as well. Now, I'm not talking about these games to clarify the genre or to compare the impact that the individual titles themselves have had on gaming. I'm more so wanting to discuss the overall idea of the genre itself. What makes these games so fun and feel so different? Co-op games are nothing new. They've been around since the introduction of video games as a whole. Survival games aren't brand new either. There are countless popular survival titles that date back far beyond what I'm willing to Google search. So then what is it? Is it maybe the fact that these titles are daring enough to put the two concepts together? I mean, that could be it. That could possibly be why Among Us had such Even though Among Us was very successful, I believe that it doesn't quite match the genre that we're aiming to dissect. Among Us is a race between two sides, both operated by the players. It enables mistrust and conflict, while these other games like Lethal Company provide a common enemy or objective for all the players to work towards, which actually happens to be my first point of these games feeling so fun and exciting.
Alright, Brendan, we need to be quiet. I'm pretty sure this game, the enemies detect your voices, so...
Games such as Lethal Company give you and your fellow players something to work towards as a team. In Lethal Company itself, you are encouraged to travel to various planets that carry their own unique environments and dangers, all for the same purpose: to extract as much valuables as you can from each planet to meet a quota of credits before a provided deadline, otherwise you lose, and you're sent flying into the void of empty space. Repo offers basically the same exact objective, with the added twist of its own unique physics and mechanics. Content Warning encourages the players to get as close as possible to the action and capture it all on video without dying. And Peak places multiple large-scale mountains in front of you and your friends that you have to work together to climb up and reach the end. These objectives are simple, but simple is exactly what you need when you want to encourage a group of players to all work towards the same thing. Let's be honest. The reason that we play these types of games aren't really to succeed. The best part about these games, and the main reason everyone is so quick to hop on board and play them, is because of the comedy that comes from the ridiculous situations you get yourself into trying to succeed.
You're gonna die. Oh my god, he's an insane person.
Teamwork is encouraged in these games, and it's always heavily rewarded. However, failing to work as a team is almost just as rewarding, as you will be provided with some of the most hilarious moments you will ever experience while playing a game with your friends. But what makes these moments so hilarious when compared to other gaming moments?
It's because the games have proximity chat. That's why it's so fun.
It's not about me anymore. Help!
Proximity chat has been, and always will be, one of the funniest mechanics in video game history. It serves as a form of immersive communication, sure, but in doing that, the disadvantages of realistic communication come to light when you are put in the situations that these games often put you in.
I have an antidote, low-key. Chug the antidote while I'm running. I might be able to get this. Alright, let's go.
Bro.
Clutch antidote pop.
Oh my god!
Finally, for my last point, and maybe the most important one of them all, sense of urgency. In a majority of these games, the enemies you're up against are usually a lot stronger.
Do you understand that we have to get 140, which means none of us can die?
Yes.
So take all the good loot. There's an enemy!
Oh my god!
See, moving items out of a Lethal Company warehouse would be quite the hassle if you had to do it all alone. But what would make it even much more of a hassle would be, let's say, the possibility of a turret around any corner.
Oh my!
I think you know that happens to be the case in Lethal Company. And it also happens to be the case in basically every game I've talked about so far. Aside from Peak, of course, but don't worry, the various mountains that you and your friends must climb to complete the game are just as dangerous as the vast amount of beast that hunt you down in the other games. My dude's
Oh my god, I'm dead!
Oh my god!
Regardless, these games all share a similar and efficient selling point: adversity. Not every game can be Stardew Valley or Animal Crossing. In fact, the reason that these games shine in the gaming space is because they are known for being games where there is no adversity. Of course, I think there's nothing wrong with it. The same way that I say not every game can be Stardew Valley is the same way that I say not every game can be Call of Duty. Genres exist for a reason, and in this particular genre, the comedically difficult and oftentimes horrifying situations you and your friends will find yourself in provide the hard-to-forget moments that make these games so popular, especially during their time of their initial release. Regardless of the current state of these games, it's obvious that this genre is special, and I hope to see gaming studios continue to make these types of games in the nearby future. That's been all for me today. Drink your water, love your friends, and take a moment for those beavers out there. They do a lot of work you don't know about.